fragrance friends, welcome back to the channel. Headless Scents here. Thank you for being here. So today we're going to go over part 2 of the vanilla fragrances that I really enjoy. So we're just going to hop right in. The last one that I filmed, the last 15 minutes cut out, so I'm just going to have to refilm it. But it gave me a great opportunity to just throw in something that I didn't have in the first time because I literally just hauled it. It's in my last video that I just did. Okay, so without further ado, I just wanted to quickly review the last thing that I did. It's Mancera Royal Vanilla. I just wanted to review that. So this is a beautiful beast mode vanilla fragrance that I think that doesn't get enough love for what it is. So there is vanilla, there is violet, there is patchouli, and I believe there's musk, but this definitely leans more on the Middle Eastern DNA, and I think this definitely needs a little bit more love. But one thing I wanted to note in this video that I forgot to note in the last one, I've noticed with very realistic smelling or very authentically like vanilla scents that sometimes they can come off almost minty when you first spray it. This is one of those. So when you first spray it, it can come off a little minty. It smells good in my opinion, but it might confuse you if you're not used to that. Like there's even a Victoria's Secret body mist, Bare Vanilla La Creme, that when you spray it, it comes off a little minty at first. I mean, it calms down and goes away, but I just wanted to note that this can come off a little minty for the first couple of minutes. But this is a gorgeous royal vanilla scent, and I highly recommend it. All right. The last one I covered when my video had cut out. This is by Les Maison de la Vanille. This is Vanille Sauvage de Madagascar. This is definitely underrated. This is more if you like realistic smelling vanillas, not gourmand or really sweet vanillas. This one has bergamot in it. This one has lavender in it. This is more woody. Yeah, this is definitely closer to the skin. This is not a strong projector. This would be great for layering. Yeah, it is definitely, you get the woodiness, you get that, definitely that lavender and that bergamot, of course, along with the vanilla. You get the vanilla right away. This is definitely a very realistic, straight out of the cabinet vanilla. So this is for people who like things a little bit more realistic smelling, who like things a little bit more organic smelling, who don't like very sweet gourmand scents. But even if you don't like realistic smelling vanillas, I think this would be a great one to have in your arsenal just for pairing. But actually I have another one that I'm about to mention right after this that's even better than this one. But this one is affordable. I think it's under $50, under $60 or under $50. I believe when I checked this today, it was under $50. So this is great if you like realistic smelling vanillas. Again, this is a Vanille Sauvage de Madagascar, and I will list this below. And this is for people who like organic smelling vanillas. All right, the next one, I'm gonna just wipe this off real quick. This is by Molinard. This is Vanille Patchouli. Now this one can sound really scary because of that word patchouli right there. For me, I'm not particularly a fan of patchouli, but I can tolerate it when it is done well. And again, this is for people who do not like gourmand, fake smelling kind of vanillas. I'm all here for it. I love it. But I also have different moods to me, and sometimes I like something that's a little bit more realistic smelling, more mature smelling. So, Alexa, Volume 2. So this one's definitely really nice, and I think this doesn't get enough hype. So right off the bat, you definitely get that patchouli really strong. But I would say don't be scared by it. Let it play on your skin for about 10 minutes. So you get that patchouli, you get that vanilla. And I forget what the other notes are, but essentially that's the patchouli is what hits you right in the face. This definitely is more realistic vanilla. But let me tell you something. There is also benzoin in here as well. And benzoin can come off sweet. I think it's a resin, but it can have like a vanilla kind of sweet smell as well. So after 10 minutes, after I wear this on my skin, the patchouli calms the living daylights down and the vanilla comes out on my skin. And it is beautiful. It is sweet. Again, not a gourmand synthetic kind of sweet, but a true vanilla kind of scent. So on the tester strip, like again, you get hit with that patchouli. But I would urge you, if you like vanilla scents, I feel like this is just not, given enough love. This is by Molinard. They're a brand that has been making perfumes since 1849. I don't know if you can see that here. And even I was kind of disappointed because that patchouli was hitting me so hard in the face, and literally 10 minutes later I went to go smell my arm, and it was beautiful. It was this sweet, realistic smelling vanilla, and I was so happy that I bought this. I will definitely be reaching for this fall. So again, this is not a synthetic-y, juvenile kind of vanilla. This is more realistic. It's definitely more mature in the sense that, like, I'm a grown-up, I know what I want. This is more sophisticated. I think that's the word. This is definitely more sophisticated vanilla, and the beauty really comes out after 10 minutes. So again, if you don't want one of those other sweeter ones, I would definitely recommend this because it's sweet in a realistic way. After 10 minutes, the real beauty just comes out for this one. So again, this is Vanille Patchouli by Molinard, and this is an underrated gem, and I highly recommend trying to get your hands on this. And again, it's under $100, so this is definitely a little gem to be had. Okay, so this is the one that I wanted to stick in here that I did not have on my list the first time because I just got this, but because this is similar to something I already know for a fact that I'm going to be reaching for this a lot. This is Lataffa. It's a Middle Eastern brand. It's called Ameer al-Oudh, and it is very, very similar to Replica by the Fireplace. And when I was still living in New York, this is 3 years back, I would always get samples of By the Fireplace Replica, and I would wear it to death. So I have very good associations to it. So it's not a complete dupe, but they are very parallel. So if you like one, you're very likely going to like this. So this has woody notes. This has oud. It has, I think, sugar maybe. It has vanilla, obviously. Yeah, I think there's incense here as well. So that's what gives it that slight smokiness. So again, they're not parallel. But if you like one, you're definitely going to appreciate the other. This one does not have chestnut. I believe By the Fireplace has chestnut. And this is just a beautiful vanilla scent. It is sweet. It's vanilla, but you also get that smokiness. You get that woodiness. That oud is not barnyardish at all. It is a nice, like true woody kind of oud. And when I say oud, for people who are not familiar with the pronunciation, it's oud. So every time I say oud, it's oud. Just to clarify. But yeah, so I just hauled this, and I can already tell because I just can't stop sniffing this. I'm going to be definitely reaching for this. I'm glad this came in time for me to refilm the last half of the other vanilla video. So definitely highly recommend this Middle Eastern perfume. If you're not familiar, the brand is called Lataffa, and this is called Ameer al-Oudh, Intense Oud. And highly recommend. And this is unisex, so my males can wear it and my females can wear it. At the end of the day, you can wear whatever you want, but for those who need categories, it is a unisex fragrance, and this is a beautiful, beautiful smoky vanilla woody scent. Oh, it is so sophisticated. I can see myself being in a thick like sweater in the winter, having a hot cup of cocoa. That is literally the vibes it gives me. Like it's cozy to me because of that smokiness. It makes you think of literally a fireplace. Like Replica did a great job of replicating a memory, Whether or not you have a memory like that, it can still put you in the mindset of it. So I would highly recommend this. And again, superbly affordable. And the perfume guy put me onto this beautiful Replica gem. So definitely recommend it. Okay, so the next one, again, another affordable one. This is Kenzo Amour, and huge disclaimer, this is not for everybody. This is a beautiful vanilla rice scent. This is not something that I would wear outside. I believe there's green tea in here, or some kind of tea note. There's rice in here, and you can get the rice right off the bat. The vanilla is the strongest thing that you get, though, so it's like a sweet rice almost, but again, not a synthetic kind of smelling vanilla or gourmandish kind of vanilla. And I would never think in a million years that I would have liked a rice perfume. And this can come off play-doh-y for the first few minutes, and I can see why this is not for everybody. But not only because of that play-doh-y scent. I don't think a lot of people may or may not want to smell like rice. I would not wear this outside because to me this is a superbly comforting scent, and that would be something I would want to wear in the house. And for me, when it comes to fragrances, not for me personally, not everything needs to be worn out of the house to be appreciated, because I do wear fragrances for myself, and if I get a compliment that compliments how I'm feeling, that's just superb. But I wear it primarily for myself and an experience, and I do have perfumes that I relegate only to wear in the house because it's more closer to the skin and it just gives me a certain vibe. And this is a beautiful, comforting smell. It can smell play-doh-y for the first few minutes, but once you get past that, you get that tea note, you get that vanilla, you get that beautiful, beautiful, smooth, slightly. I don't know where the creaminess is coming from. Maybe it's coming from the rice. Yeah, and there's incense in here, but it's not incensey. For me, that's kind of all the way in the background. Maybe I think there might be musk in here. I don't remember, but this is a beautiful scent. It's an at-home scent. Yeah. I even have like bedtime scents too. Not everything, again, needs to be worn out to be admired by the public. Some things you just wear for yourself. And for me, this is that beautiful, comforting vanilla scent that I wear for myself and myself only. Okay, another one that is just not really raved about is Amo Ferragamo by Salvatore Ferragamo. Yeah, so this is Amo Ferragamo, and this is a beautiful, slightly effervescent vanilla scent. So for this one, I'm just going to grab a tester strip here. So this opens up with Campari, I would believe. Campari, yeah, so that gives it the slight sparkliness to it, that slight bubbliness, the slight tanginess, the citrusiness, and then immediately after, you're hit with the vanilla. Actually, not immediately after, like literally in conjunction with that effervescence, you have the vanilla, and then after a few minutes, the tanginess and effervescence calms down a little bit, and the vanilla comes more to the forefront. I think there's blackcurrant in this as well, so it's definitely super fruity. But in conjunction with all that fruitiness, you definitely get that beautiful, beautiful vanilla. To me, I think this is unproblematic scent. This is something I can see myself wearing every day. I cannot see this being offensive. I wonder why this isn't, people don't really rave about this. There is a rosemary note in here, and I hesitate to kind of point that out because it can sound scary, but it's not. Like, it's all the way in the background. I do pick it up, but to me, it just makes it unique, right? It just makes it absolutely unique, and I really enjoy this. Like, this to me is like a no-brainer, kind of everyday reach, like a pretty girl scent. Yeah, this is definitely an everyday pretty girl scent. When you want some vanilla, but you want some fruitiness and a little bit of something different, this would be that. Like, I think the rosemary note can throw people off, and I definitely do sense it. On Fragrantica, people note that as the last thing they know, but I don't know, for some reason, I pick it up literally right away. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It just makes it unique. Where without the rosemary note, I think this would have been a little less interesting. And again, I love uninteresting fragrances, for goodness sake. I love Pink Sugar by Aquilina. So I have nothing against, very simple, uninteresting fragrances, because sometimes those are the most beautiful fragrances. So I think this is definitely an underrated fragrance. And I just like the top as well. Kind of looks really cool. I don't know what it is. That like gold scaly looking, like a snake. I generally don't like textures, but this one I don't mind at all. Yeah. So Amo Ferragamo is a beautiful, effervescent vanilla, everyday pretty girl scent that you don't need to think about to reach for. So definitely this fall I will be reaching for this a lot. Amo Ferragamo. Highly recommend for an everyday girl, pretty girl scent. Okay, so now we're getting back into the more pricey ones. This is a decent price, I think. Maybe 50. It might be a little bit above 50 or a little bit below 50, but definitely on the inexpensive side. The next one up we have here is from a niche brand called Montale. It is sweet vanilla. Now this baby right here is simple. It is literally just vanilla and it's apricot. And if you're familiar with Montale, they are beast mode fragrances. Pretty much all of them. I have not come across one that has not been very, very strong and long lasting. So for this one, I think the reason why it's not raved about more because it can come off smelling almost like marmalade for the first 5 minutes. And for me, I do my best to not judge a fragrance right off the bat because some of my most favorite fragrances have been the ones that I just need to let it play on my skin, and this is that. It can come off sharp, it can come off, it can, we all know basically all vanillas are synthetic, but it can come off almost synthetic-y for the first 5 minutes. It smells like marmalade, but after that 5 minutes, gosh, it is so beautiful. It is this beautiful vanilla scent, and that apricot that is in here just really gives it this beautiful fruitiness, this slight, like juicy almost texture to it. And I really like apricot notes in my fragrance. One of my favorite fragrances is Jessica Simpson Signature, and that has an apricot note in it. And other perfumes like this teaches me that I'm really, really enjoying apricot. To me, again, this is a very underrated fragrance. I know a lot of people tend to go for Montale Vanilla Cake. For me, that one I'm not a fan of because there's an almond note in there, but like it smells good from a distance. But when you come close to it, it can come off very bitter. And it's because of that bitter vanilla, bitter almond note, and you don't get it right away. Not right away. At the beginning, it smells like vanilla cake, exactly what the name says. But after like 4 minutes on my skin, and it smells like bitter almond, like like the almond covering. Yeah, like almost like this. I'm not a fan of it. That's all I can really smell. And I read on for granted like other people smell too, so it's just not me. There are other people there too, but even if it was only me, like it would be my experience. So I'm not a fan of that. Like I have a sample of it, and I will not be anytime soon, if ever, getting a full bottle of that. But sweet vanilla is beautiful, and this is super strong, so you don't need much of it. So I don't think I would be going through this anytime soon, but if I ever did, this definitely could be a repurchase. So again, Sweet Vanilla by Montale, beautiful apricot vanilla scent, super beautiful. Give it a chance. Before you go out, let it play on your skin before you step out of the house with this one, because it can come off synthetically, maybe a little bit cloying at first, like a really strong marmalade scent, but give it a chance. Beautiful vanilla scent, Montale Sweet Vanilla. Next one up, we have Montale Intense Cafe. This is a beautiful vanilla, rose, and coffee scent. For me personally, I do not get too much of the coffee. I get a little bit, and it's like I kind of like gotta dig my nose in my skin to kind of detect it. To me, this is essentially just a rose vanilla scent. That's essentially what I get. And to me, it's linear. And I personally have no issues with linear scents. There are other couple of notes in here, but I don't remember what it is. But to me, I enjoy linear scents because sometimes I do not want to be taken on a journey. Sometimes I just want what I want, and I want something predictable and reliable. And this is that for me. So this is this beautiful vanilla rose scent. It is absolutely stunning. This is a classic, and there's Ristretto Intense, I think. Have not gotten my nose on it, but it is on my to-do list at some point, but I'm perfectly satisfied with this one. Intense Cafe, super happy. Rose is one of my favorite notes, perfume notes of all time. Add in vanilla, I mean, do I need to say more? Vanilla and rose. And this, again, since it's Montale, you already know, this is a strong, long-lasting, you get your money's worth perfume. Montale Intense Cafe. The next one up, we have, well, this one's no stranger to vanilla list, I wouldn't think. This is Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is Gentle Fluidity Gold. This is a beautiful vanilla scent. Oh my God, this is absolutely stunning. This is classic. Oh my God, I will never get tired of this. When I'm finished with this bottle, I will definitely be getting a bigger bottle. There is coriander in this, there is nutmeg in here, there's vanilla. And I know that can sound scary, but it's just so well blended. And when I put it on my skin, I definitely get more of the coriander than the nutmeg. And I would never have thought in a million years, like the spices that I use to cook my food with, that I would appreciate in a fragrance. But somehow Kirkjan, he just blended it in such a way that's unique. Again, this is not a strong projector. People will smell you, but it is more of a gentle fragrance, if I had to say. Definitely more of a gentle fragrance. I cannot see this be problematic. I don't think this is an offensive scent. It is elegant, it is sophisticated. If you have the money, it definitely will be worth it. Do not strain yourself to get this. Yeah, try and get a decant if you can, or if you are able to go into a store to smell it, I would definitely recommend going into a store to smell it. But gosh, this is a beautiful vanilla fragrance. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because this is, again, no stranger to... I'm sorry, I'm just really enjoying looking at this. The liquid in here, it's so stunning. Yeah, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Gentle Fluidity Gold, a beautiful, soft, vanilla, spicy, gently spicy vanilla scent. Unique, unique, unique. And an instant forever classic. And the last one we have here that does not get much love at all, and I don't know why. I guess because it's overshadowed by all the other perfumes in this house, like Rolling in Love, and I can't even keep up with all the different ones people are raving about. But this one is Woman in Gold by Kilian. So when I went to when I went back to New York about a month and a half ago, I picked this up from my apartment and brought it here, and I bought this right before COVID. I was on a shopping spree with one of my friends on Fifth Avenue. We were in, I would say, I think it was Bloomingdale's. I think it was Bloomingdale's. And I went to the Kilian counter. And I think this is before they changed the bottles. Like, so literally, this is before I was even watching fragrance reviews on YouTube. Literally, I just picked this up because my nose loved it. And I think the bottle now is a white bottle. I don't know. But Woman in Gold is this beautiful, beautiful fragrance that does not get enough love. I'm not sure why. It is from the Narcotic Collection, and when you put it on your skin, you kind of understand why it's part of the Narcotic Collection. There is, oh God, it's so beautiful. This Akagalica wood. There is rose and there's vanilla, and there's a bunch of other notes to it. And this is slightly powdery as well. And after 5 minutes of it playing on your skin, you really get that beautiful vanilla. You get that beautiful rose, but it's like a gentle rose, almost like a Taif rose, I would think, like a soft pink rose from an English garden. And the longer it plays with your skin, the more you cannot stop smelling it. This is elegant, this is sophisticated, this is not a strong projector. This is definitely more of an impressive fragrance to wear when you need to be closer to somebody, or within somebody within your arm's reach. Yeah, this is elegant. This is sophistication in a bottle. This is very pricey. I think it's over $250. So definitely I wouldn't just say go blind by this. That would be absolutely irresponsible of me to say. But if you have the ability to get a decant of this, ability to go into a store, to a counter and smell this personally for yourself, I would highly recommend this. This is definitely part of the Narcotic Collection for a reason, Woman in Gold. And I even loved the case that it came into. Woman in Gold is a classic painting, and so the actual case that it comes into is derivative, or inspired by, rather, not derivative, inspired by the Woman in Gold painting, and one of my favorite paintings of all time in classic art. I'm sorry, I just keep smelling it. It's powdery, it's rosy, but not in a waxy way. It's vanilla. And for some reason you cannot stop smelling it. You just can't. And I just love the bottle. Absolutely sing. So this is definitely on the heftier price tag, but again, Rolling in Love and all those other, Kilian perfumes for good reason, And when I was just in New York, I think about a month ago, I had City of no, Good Girl Gone Bad. So I was onto that before I even knew it was a thing. And what was the other one? Good Girl Gone Bad and City of Sin, I think. City of Sin, I think that's the other one. I really, really enjoy that one. But yeah. And, Black to Back. That's another one I still have in New York. At some point, I have to either ship it or go get it on my next trip to New York. Because I like to have my own separate collection there. But at this point, I think I need to bring it over here. But again, yeah. Woman in Gold, highly underrated as a vanilla fragrance. Sophisticated, elegant. It is unique. It is narcotic and addictive when you let it just play on your skin. And I highly recommend, do not break the bank getting this, but if you can, or if you have it in your collection, go pull it out. But again, Woman in Gold. Absolutely stunning, because that is what you will feel like. You will feel like a woman in gold. Okay, so a quick recap of what I just reviewed. And again, everything that I noted will be listed down below. So this is Les Maison de Vanille, Vanille Sauvage de Madagascar. We have Mancera, Royal Vanilla. We have Ameer al-Oudh, Intense Oud by Lataffa. We have Vanille, Patchouli by Molinard. We have Amo Ferragamo by Salvatore Ferragamo. We have Kenzo Amour by Kenzo. We have Montale, Sweet Vanilla. We have Montale, Intense Cafe. We have Francis Kurkdjian, Gentle Fluidity Gold. And last but definitely not least, we have Woman in Gold by Kilian. All right. I really hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you maybe have learned about a new fragrance or two, or maybe relearned about something you may have heard in the back of your mind and forgotten about. And if you're still here at the end, I really appreciate you being here. And just a gentle reminder, if you just a gentle reminder to find somebody to thank today, even if it's for something small, and more importantly, take a moment to thank God, because if you're here watching this video, that means we made it to yet another day, and even with our trials and tribulations, God is great. Thank you, my friend. Bye.